The world is full of lines. There are lines that are helpful, convenient, and even necessary. But then there are those lines that people can't or won't see. They are the lines that divide. These lines are based on color, on gender, on belief, on language, and even on love. These lines may be drawn on purpose or unintentionally and without much regard. Sometimes these lines have been there for generations, apparent to those they seek to separate, and invisible to others. But just because not everyone sees these lines doesn't mean they don't exist. At Junior Achievement, we see them, and we know things need to change. That's why we are empowering the next generation with lessons in how money works, how education leads to career success, and how to start and run a business. We are committed to giving young people the knowledge and support necessary to erase these lines and bridge gaps, overcome barriers, and break through ceilings. We are doing this so that today's kids can live in a more equitable and just tomorrow. But we can't do it alone.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today for Junior Achievement's 2021 Hall of Fame. We weren't able to hold this event in person last year, so it's particularly special to be here together in person. It's been a really long 14 months. We also appreciate the supporters who have joined us virtually in our live stream, and thank you to Mayo Clinic for being our virtual sponsor this year. If you are joining us via live stream, drop your name in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. My name is Charlie Saman, and I'll be your host today. I'm honored to be a board member and volunteer for Junior Achievement in North Florida. I'm so proud to be able to contribute to an organization in their important work on the front lines of empowering the next generation. The Hall of Fame is an event that I look forward to each and every year. It gives me a chance to connect with my community, listen to our JA kids' stories, and be reminded of the real and lasting impact that Junior Achievement experiences have in our region. This year has been filled with unprecedented challenges, especially in the fields of organization and healthcare. Organizations and families have had to transform the way they operate. Communities have rallied together to support one another. And I don't know about you, but I've had my fair share of Zoom meetings. Although this past year has looked very different for Junior Achievement, our goals have not changed. Junior Achievement provides all young people with the skills and confidence to own their economic future and contribute to the economic vitality of their families, community, and country. This afternoon is not only about celebrating the accomplishments of our three visionary leaders, it's also an opportunity to collectively commit to supporting young people in Jacksonville. As Marion Wright Edelman once said, "You can't be what you can't see." We need the support of volunteers, teachers, corporate and community partners across North Florida in order to serve students in such a powerful way that lives are changed. It is with gratitude that I introduce one of my mentors who I feel exemplifies Junior Achievement's mission and values. I have no doubt that she will ignite the spark that helps prepare the future generation and the future of JA in Jacksonville. Please help me welcome the President of Junior Achievement in North Florida, Shannon Italia.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you so much for being here today. It's so good just to be together, and it would have been nice to have just a little more time for us to all interact because we're so starved to see each other, but I know everyone has places to go and things to do as well. So I joined Junior Achievement in North Florida as president in December of 2020, and I'm happy to be part of such a great organization. As Charlie mentioned, it's been a challenging 14 months for all of us, and it's forced our organization to be creative, nimble, and to reevaluate everything that we do. But I'm always up for a good challenge, and I'm choosing to see this as a great time and an ideal time to lead an organization to new heights and to a different level of impact. Junior Achievement is dedicated to inspiring and preparing young people to own their economic success, plan for their futures, and make smart economic and academic choices. Through a dedicated volunteer network, we partner with organizations to provide in-school and after-school programs for kindergarten through 12th grade students that focus on the pillars of work and career readiness, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy. My goal is for Junior Achievement to be an intentional and strategic organization that partners with like-minded organizations to solve problems in the region that align with our core competencies. Things like increasing access and bridging gaps to inclusion, putting JA's curriculum and resources into more households that otherwise would not have access to education, encouragement, and community mentorship, and developing a future pipeline of talent that is diverse and reinforces individual and corporate connections to the community and its needs. We want students to believe in the power of their own potential. We want to expand our impact strategically, engaging with students at multiple touch points throughout their academic journey on what we call a JA Pillar Pathway, which is a continuum of progressive learning experiences, each inspiring, preparing, and ultimately enabling students to acquire and demonstrate the competencies needed to be financially capable, work and career ready, and entrepreneurially minded. An exciting new program that we piloted this spring with students in Duval County Public Schools is called JA Inspire. Take a look at this video.
Welcome to JA Inspire Virtual. This experience is more than a career fair. This is a look into the future, your future. Throughout this virtual experience, you'll learn more about the work and career opportunities in high-demand jobs in our community. You'll also gain a better understanding of the types of jobs and careers that might fit best with your interests, skills, and talents. This experience is made possible by Junior Achievement and by business, education, and other leaders in our community. During the experience, think about what you're learning in school today and how it might apply for your goals tomorrow. Do you like math, science, or writing? Do you like art, solving problems, or working with others? Would you prefer to build things with your hands or work with computers? Design, build, or calculate? These skills and many others are all important in the world of work. Whatever you plan to do in the future, our goal is to provide you with an experience that will help you get to where you're going. Your journey begins with the first step. So for now, step into JA Inspire Virtual. Get inspired. Your future is up to you.
I just wanted to remind you, you can go ahead and eat your salads. We didn't say that at the beginning. So we're really excited about this program. It was an awesome pilot that our Miami area loaned to us, and it's a comprehensive program that culminates in a virtual career fair. It teaches students how to explore, choose, and advance towards a career path. And our hope is that this program will help students with school choice, moving them down a path in high school that will lead them to better graduation rates and postgraduate outcomes. As an organization, we've historically focused on Duval County, but we'll also be expanding our reach into Clay, Nassau, and St. Johns counties this fall with the launch of JA Inspire. So look for more details on that soon, and because we will have opportunities for businesses in the region to be featured with virtual career booths that align with the career clusters that are important to our region. I've already met with many of you that are here today, but if we've not had a chance to connect, I would welcome an opportunity to get together and learn about your priorities and how Junior Achievement can be a valued partner. I'm very grateful for the financial support that we received via Hall of Fame this year. We took a risk and decided to hold this event in person after having to cancel last year due to COVID, which so many organizations like ours have experienced. Many of our great supporters were still willing to sponsor us, even though they're not allowed to attend in-person events yet as a representative of their company. So in a year that's been historically financially challenging, I'm especially grateful for this support for our sponsors there. I also would like to say a special thank you to our presenting sponsor, Publix Supermarket Charities, and our event sponsor, Beaver Street Fisheries. Thank you for believing in our mission and inspiring tomorrows. I'd also like to say thank you to our board members that are here today. If you're a member of the board, will you please stand to be recognized? We have a group of very wise and experienced and enthusiastic and long-serving board members that believe in our mission and provide leadership and guidance that's critical to the success of our organization. As a new president, I'm very grateful for their support and their encouragement. I'd especially like to thank our board chair, Mary Ann Callahan, for her leadership and unwavering support as I ramp up in my new role. Mary Ann's not able to be with us today, but she recorded a message that we'd like to share with you now.
Good afternoon. My name is Mary Ann Callahan, and I'm the chair of Junior Achievement of North Florida. I'd like to welcome you to our annual Hall of Fame event. It's going to be a great day, and I really appreciate your support. This has been a year of change. JA of North Florida is also changing. Thank you so much to Shannon and Natalia, our biggest change and new president. I'm so glad you're here with us, as I know you will help us inspire future generations. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our current board and all of our volunteers. Whether it's your time, talent, or your treasure, we need you. We need you to help us inspire the future tomorrow leaders. I'm sorry I can't be there today, but in person. But I do want to take one more moment to thank and recognize our past chair, Lisa O'Neill. I have big shoes to fill. Lisa has been a member of this board for over 15 years. She has helped create JA Girls, Smart Women Make Change, and she's been so supportive of our staff, our community, and our team. Lisa, thank you. Please join us on the stage as we present the Junior Achievement Chair Award to you. You so deserve it. As Lisa's joining us today, I'd like to take a moment again to thank all of you for attending this event. I hope you enjoy it and that you continue to support Junior Achievement of North Florida. Thanks.
Thank you so much for the recognition, and I just want to say that really it's been my true pleasure and honor to work with Junior Achievement for the many years that I have been, and I will continue to do so. But thank you to all of the board members here, all of our supporters, our students that make it possible for us to go and work with you. That is actually the fun part of our job, if you want to call it a job. And we just really hope to see all of you in the future and grow this further. And you know, what's wonderful, it was a really challenging year that we had to go through from not only a financial standpoint, but you know, finding a new leader at our organization, which we're so excited that Shannon's here to lead this organization going forward. And I just want to say thank you to the board members. Really, it was a trying year, and you knew who you are in terms of all the support that you made the difference here. So thank you so much, and have a great day, everybody.
I've had the privilege of working with Lisa, and her dedication and support for Junior Achievement over the last 18 years has been truly invaluable. Thank you so much, Lisa. We'll now take a brief pause for lunch, and we'll return shortly to recognize our award recipients. Enjoy.
Okay, so Amy, tell me about what do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be an interpreter for sign language.
Maybe try to be a lawyer.
I want to be a football player.
I would like to run like a little cafe or a clothing store.
I want to do something like talk about other cultures and learn about other cultures other than the United States.
JA is an organization that works with kids K through 12 that provides them learning opportunities that they may not get in the typical classroom setting. So they bring in different types of volunteers that can give them a different kind of experience.
Being in front of the kids was actually great. They really look up to you. They actually trust you with the things that you're going to communicate to them. So that it really was empowering in that, is that they trust you. You know, you're going to be teaching something today.
What, the VP and the president that you picked out, they're going to be representing your group.
It's been fun to be that voice for a day that allows them to see a different perspective and a different method of communicating that they might not be used to.
Being a banker myself, it's extremely important to learn how to save and prepare yourself for your retirement, and also learning the value of money.
Yes.
I think it's like important when you bring stuff in.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Thank you, sir.
Things like filling out a check register, filling out a deposit slip, understanding how to maintain an account balance so they don't get overdrawn, were all filtered in the lesson plan in a way that allowed them to apply something that happens in the real world while using the skills that they learn at school.
Page 16? 16?
We just think it's really interesting, you know, when we have others come in, like Junior Achievement, and interact with our kids and show interest in our students. And I think kids learn a lot more when they feel like people are interested in them. And so I think it's really important that Junior Achievement came in and did what they did today.
I'll take for pretty good print. How about that?
To actually stand up and do it, and to see kids excited about your interaction and the things that you have to offer was very inspiring at the end of the day. I had a blast, and it was a really great experience.
For us as teachers, as educators, we're continuously learning, and I think it's always valuable when a teacher can sit back and watch people implement strategies and possibly implement those in their lessons as they go forward.
Well, the message I like to send to the kids, number one, is that you can actually have fun doing your job, and when you have the opportunity, it's fantastic. It's more than just, you know, ties and suits and traffic. You know, it's more of a, you know, I can actually go to work and love to go to work. So that's what I want to relay.
I'm learning more about being an adult and going into the real world.
It didn't feel like a class. It felt more of like an activity.
They're giving me advice of how to be better at what I'm going to do when I grow up. And it's really like helping me understand how it's going to be in the future.
Everyone, please continue to enjoy your lunch throughout the program. That video makes me really excited about getting back into the classroom and connecting with our kids and helping them become confident and excited about their futures. Serving as a classroom volunteer is really rewarding, and I hope that any one of you out there that haven't gotten a chance to do it, please give it a shot. I promise you won't regret it. Corporate and community volunteers are the backbone of our organization. They are the boots on the ground who teach JA programs that help bridge the gap between school and the real world, while providing role models and inspiration for our children to develop life skills and gain the confidence to say, I can. JA aims to create a strong and vibrant community of volunteers that is inclusive and reflective of all people, to ensure that each child can see themselves in their classroom mentors. If you would like to serve as a JA volunteer for the upcoming school year, please go to our website, or better yet, there are contact cards on your table. Please fill those out and we'll confirm your interest after the event. If your company would like to develop a comprehensive volunteering relationship with Junior Achievement, please let us know that as well. Now, the reason we're all here to celebrate the accomplishments of our 3 community leaders that we're honoring today. Our first award the Entrepreneur of the Year award is presented to an inspirational business leader who has excelled as an innovator, exemplifies a passionate entrepreneurial spirit, demonstrates personal integrity, and is committed to making a positive regional impact. Craig Mandeville, a seasoned innovator and entrepreneur, is the founder and CEO of Forcura. Craig founded the company in 2012 after witnessing firsthand how much of a digital impact of medical records and secure communication could have on improving patient care. Craig's vision is to lead the change in making healthcare more continuous through true interoperability, using technology to facilitate seamless care transitions and to empower better care coordination. Craig partnered with Silicon Valley-based investor Excel KKR to scale Forcura more rapidly, enter more health sectors, and fully realize this vision. Prior to Forcura, Craig was a sales leader for Intuit's enterprise software division, MRI Software, and co-founder and VP of sales for Waste Reduction Consultants. Craig graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Communication and Business from University of Texas. Craig currently serves on the board of the Southeastern chapter of YPO. He is actively involved in several organizations committed to elevating the growing technology sector in Jacksonville and supports philanthropies including the STEM2 Hub and Upskill Institute. He lives in Ponte Vedra Beach with his wife and 3 daughters.
Hi, I'm Annie Ersling. I'm Chief Strategy Officer of Forcura, and I'm here to talk about Craig Mandeville. Craig Mandeville is my boss, and so he paid me to say this. No, just kidding. Craig Mandeville is the CEO and founder of Forcura, and he is hands down the best boss I've ever had, and the best, most successful, committed CEO I've ever had the opportunity to work with. Craig is fun, and he's optimistic, and he's passionate about anything that he puts his mind to. And he's been an entrepreneur his whole life. I think he started out in maybe middle school and has built numerous successful and maybe some not so successful businesses along the way. About 10 years ago, he saw a real need in the healthcare space to streamline the process of moving patient information between systems, and didn't have a lot of background in that, but just felt like he could make the system better, and has taken what was an idea to what Forcura is today, and it's a high growth, highly successful tech company that is really making a mark on the way healthcare is delivered in the United States. And I think where that's going to go is in 10 years from now, Forcura is going to be a household name. When you think of healthcare, Forcura could be synonymous with the way we think about shopping in Amazon. So I'm super excited to be a part of that. I think what's made Craig so successful is that he doesn't just assume that he has all the answers. He surrounds himself with great people. He surrounds himself with ideas. He reads a lot, and he lets his team make their own decisions, and he's there to cheer them on and to steer the ship. The Entrepreneur of the Year award by Junior Achievement, it's a big deal, and I know it means a lot to Craig. Having grown up in this discipline of wanting to be an entrepreneur and having had mentors and people along the way, this award kind of symbolizes where Craig's been and where he's going, and is also representative of how we feel at Forcura about helping the younger generation get to where they want to be and giving them opportunities for success.
Please join me in welcoming Jay, Entrepreneur of the Year, Craig Mandeville, to the stage.
Wow, that was amazing. The intro, Annie's video. I mean, come on, that was just amazing. I'm a little humid just watching that. I can't say enough about the Junior Achievement Program, just in general. You know, getting financial literacy, you know, entrepreneurship, guiding young people to give them the confidence of really owning your own economic success. That's what Junior Achievement's all about. And more so when I was thinking about this, you know, Annie said it well, you know, surrounding yourself with people, the right people, that have experience and resources and that can help guide and mentor you to get you to the next level. I'm just one person. I've made a ton of mistakes. I've started a lot of businesses that failed, that lost money, and you don't hear about those. But that's how you learn. You learn from the mistakes that you make. You learn from those losses, and that's what makes you a better person, better entrepreneur, better business leader in your community. I'm more of a storyteller than coming up here and, you know, reading from a script. I could not be surrounded by better people at this table, and it just reminds me of the whole spirit of Junior Achievement. I have Chris Haley at the table. I didn't even know he was going to be here. I met him in Rotary back in 2008. He was CFO of Black Diamond at the time, and started with that company, I think, since inception, and grew that business. And I remember meeting him and, you know, learning about, you know, software as a service and how he's growing that business. And I was like, man, I gotta meet this guy. I gotta get to know him, and because I had an idea. And you know, we went and had a sub, I think, at Sun Deli, and we continued to meet and run this idea by him, and he ended up investing. He was the first investor in Forcura, and wrote a check. And I remember we blew through all that money in record time. And talk about financial literacy. You know, we were sitting down. He's like, Craig, you're not going to make payroll. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. We're not going to make payroll. He's like, figure it out. And you know what? I figured it out. And he did this to me on purpose. He also wrote an additional check into the business where we needed it, but we had a really good plan about how we were going to recover and really start growing. This is back 2011, you know, a year after we started. And he's like, yeah, go ahead, come by the house and pick up the check. Well, you know who I had to go get the check from? His wife. Looking at this check, I'm looking at her, she's like, good luck. And I'm like, oh my God, I cannot mess this up. But he has been a true guide. He's been my true north, you know, since then to date and even moving forward. So I can't thank you enough, man. Annie Ursuline, you just saw the video. She came in. I was actually introduced to Annie from Chris. So you got to meet Annie. She's amazing. She brought a company in Charleston public, you know, through Goldman Sachs. Probably one of the best marketers, brand strategists I've ever met in my life. She was doing a lot of consulting at the time, and went to lunch, and I was telling her about, you know, Forcura, where we're going, and I think we had like 11 employees, and she came in and did some consulting, and I'm like, tried to convince her to work for free. She's like, I want to do this so bad, but I need to get paid. So we figured something out, and you know, she's been amazing. She's really the reason. She's my right hand. She's the reason this business is where it is today. Just from the strategy, the execution of the company, I can't thank you enough. Jocelyn Donahue is at our table as well. She was practicing law. You know, went to the University of North Carolina Law School. Used to actually teach in this building here. And she was looking for a new transition just in life and professionalism. And we had 12 employees, and had her come on. She was our office manager. She was risk management. She was running HR, ran billing as well. She'd print out invoices, lick envelopes, send them out. I mean, she was practicing law for one of the best law firms in the country. And this is what she wanted to do. So she has grown so much, and She's helped me and helped guided this company. She now manages all of HR, which we call people. She's our head of people, and I would not be here without you. So really the message is, you think you may have all the answers. You can't do it alone. Junior Achievement is really a guiding force to enable young people to surround themselves with experience and get you in the right direction for success. Thank you very, very much. I couldn't be more proud. Shannon Talia, I told her when she came to the table, you are in the absolute right seat. She's done so many amazing things for the University of North Florida, running career placement and junior achievement. Junior Achievement should be very, very lucky to have someone like Shannon running this organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Craig. You're clearly an innovator in shining a positive light on Jacksonville. Our next award is our JA Inspire Award. This award recognizes an individual whose passion, purpose, and commitment to the community are demonstrated through a legacy of outstanding volunteer service and community engagement. While excelling professionally, they also share experience with our next generation, give time and direct financial resources to their community. Jennifer Chapman has lived and worked in the Jacksonville area since 1998. She currently serves as the Division Chair of Public Affairs for Mayo Clinic in Florida. Previously, she was with Fidelity Investments, overseeing public affairs for their Florida operations, and previous to that with Jack's Chamber and Jack's USA as Business Recruitment Manager. Much of her professional career has been focused on building bridges from the private sector to the community through corporate grant making, fundraising, volunteer engagement, and legislative advocacy. Jennifer has been involved in a number of nonprofit organizations with missions focused on women and girls, leadership development, early learning, and financial literacy, including Leadership Jacksonville, Leadership Florida, Junior League of Jacksonville, the Early Learning Coalition of Duval, and of course, Junior Achievement. She is currently on the board of SPAR and a new member of the Women's Giving Alliance. She has started and run several small businesses and was the inaugural winner of UNF's Startup Weekend with her e-commerce business idea, Pinstitute. She is a past Girl Scouts of Gateway Council Women of Influence, Jacksonville Business Journal Women of Influence, and 40 Under 40 honoree. She was inducted in the Junior Achievement Hall of Fame in 2015 for her work with JA Girls. She's enjoying the porch life with her husband, Josh, and her 3 sons, Owen, Matthew, and Ben, and of course her puppy, Happy.
Good afternoon. My name is Susan Main, and I am the former CEO of the Early Learning Coalition of Duval, and it's my honor today to introduce Jennifer Chapman as one of this year's recipients of the Junior Achievement Inspire Award. Jennifer and I met in 2009 when she was considering running for the Junior League of Jacksonville presidency. She wanted to hear about my experience in that role. And the minute I met Jennifer, there was just this connection. I knew this is a very special woman who wants to do wonderful things and will do wonderful things for our community. A wife and busy mother of 3 boys, I just needed to spend more time with her. And so it was my fortune when she joined the board of the Early Learning Coalition. And wow, she jumped right in. She took on board leadership roles, and she just has had a passion for our work. And in 2013, the governor appointed her chairman of our board. And what an incredible chairman she was. She led our efforts to improve the quality of childcare for the many at-risk children that we served. Her love for her own children translated into this passion that all children deserved a high-quality early learning education. And with her experience with Fidelity Investments being in public affairs, she was such an advocate. She was able to move our cause forward with our local and state legislators. But that's not all Jennifer does in the community. Very involved with Leadership Jacksonville and served on their board. She also was very active in their youth program, helping with candidate selections for the program. And for 7 years, she organized volunteers for the Duval County Public School Transformation Days, which were opportunities for volunteers to improve the learning environment at middle and high schools. And Jennifer taught financial literacy to young single moms in the Junior Achievement Girls program. And that's what we're here today, to celebrate the wonderful work of Junior Achievement and the programs that they have, and to really honor the incredible individuals like Jennifer, who are truly stewards of our community, who truly love and have a passion for making things better. No one deserves this award more than Jennifer Chapman. Jennifer, you inspire us every day. Congratulations.
Please welcome JA Inspire Award recipient Jennifer Chapman.
All right, that's pretty cool. First of all, I just want to say thank you to Shannon, Natalia, to the board, and to the staff of Junior Achievement for this incredible honor. And thank you to the attendees and the sponsors, to my dear family and friends, my children, my son Ben's giving me a funny look, for being here today. It's really special for two reasons. First, like many of you, this might actually be the first time you've come out in public for an event to enjoy some chamber chicken, as we used to call it when we did these every day. And I think for my first event, I picked a really good one. Picked the one where they're giving you an award to have your coming out. The second reason, though, is because more than 20 years ago, I attended a 3-day training here at UNF, aptly called Stop at Nothing. It was a seminar that the Chamber of Commerce had asked me to come to. And at the very first day, there was an introduction, a roundtable. And there was a gentleman who was the president of a local nonprofit, and he mentioned the name of the agency, and it turns out they were one of my newest chamber member accounts. I looked over, and I saw that he was really cute. And so Josh Chapman, now 20 years later, is my husband, and so every time I come here to UNF, I kind of get a smile on my face, because that was the beginning of a life that has really blossomed in Jacksonville. Since that time, the work of JA has also really blossomed in Jacksonville, especially as we think about what the pandemic has meant to so many families who have struggled financially, who have dealt with job loss or job insecurity, who are dealing with mounting health care bills. And the skills that JA is teaching these children will make sure that those kids will be prepared for whatever might come their way in the future. After more than a year and 2 months of watching families struggle, I sleep better knowing that there are kids that won't have to deal with that because of the work of JA. So I hope that as we emerge from the isolating days of Zoom meetings and emotional eating, thank God this dress didn't have a zipper because I'm dealing with the COVID-19, that we all focus on giving back to the children and the agencies who serve them in our community, and that we literally stop at nothing to support the work of JA. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer, for having a passion for our community and for the many years you've supported Junior Achievement. Before we share our last award, I want to express our tremendous appreciation for the educators in our community. If we didn't already know it, we learned this last year that we have heroes inside of our classrooms, men and women who, in spite of a mountain of challenges, show up day in, day out during the pandemic to teach our children. Many of these teachers welcome Junior Achievement virtually into their classrooms so that volunteers could continue to inspire and prepare students to succeed. Thank you to all the educators for the enormous effort, the extreme flexibility, and the resiliency they modeled to our students during unprecedented times. We look forward to being back in the classrooms with our programs and volunteers and can't wait to work together again to make a positive impact in the region. We would like to recognize all the educators in the room, if you're an educator, please stand up so we can honor you. Come on, please stand. Junior Achievement of North Florida marks its 23rd year of presenting the Thompson S. Baker Award. This award recognizes individuals who have dedicated themselves to bettering our community through leadership, hands-on involvement, and philanthropic deeds. The annual award celebrates our local heroes who have positively influenced business and education in the Jacksonville community. Since 1997, this prestigious award has been named for Thompson S. Baker, the founder of Florida Rock Industries, who unselfishly contributed to the betterment of our community. This year's Thompson S. Baker Solid as a Rock Award recipient continues the Baker Award tradition of excellence. I'd like to welcome Darnell Smith, Market President for Florida Blue and past Baker Award recipient, to present this year's award. Unfortunately, Darnell is not able to meet with us in person this year, so he'll be presenting this award virtually. So take a look.
Hello, JA Hall of Fame luncheon attendees. My name is Darnell Smith, Market President at Florida Blue. There's so much to say about our Thompson S. Baker Solid as a Rock Award winner, Dr. Diana Green. Let's start with the fact that she arrived in our city less than 3 years ago as Duval County Public Schools Superintendent, and now she is the 2021 Florida Superintendent of the Year. But that's not why we're honoring her today. It's everything she did to earn that distinction and the way she went about it. That has earned her JA's honor that recognizes individuals who have dedicated themselves to bettering our community through leadership, hands-on involvement, and philanthropic deeds. This annual award celebrates our local heroes who have positively influenced business and education in the Jacksonville community. Dr. Diana Green has done exactly that. Under her watch, the school district has continued the substantial progress in its graduation rate and crept ever so close to an A rating. She led the district's response to the COVID-19 pandemic by converting to online learning in a week's time and working to meet every student's need. But she also came into this community and chose to work on school upgrades because she believes that every child deserves the best learning environment. This was no small task. She walked into the fire and came out the other side with community support of a $1.9 billion master facilities plan to renovate and replace crumbling school infrastructure with the passage of a voluntary surtax. She made this community believe in its future. She did this by taking the time to help people understand the need for these changes in her thoughtful, deliberate, and humble way. She displayed an amazing level of leadership. Dr. Green saw what had to be done and did it the right way, while always keeping her focus on what's best for the children. Her expertise is extraordinary, and she is a servant leader. Teachers and students alike relate to her. But it's her faith that keeps her grounded. She has an unshakable resolve to move forward and make magic happen even during a pandemic. Children well after she's gone will benefit from what she has accomplished today. Most of all, she's a good person. That's why she's being honored with JA's Thompson S. Baker Solid as a Rock Award. I am so proud to introduce my friend, Dr. Diana Green.
Please welcome this year's Baker Award recipient, Dr. Green.
Wow.
I did not know who was going to introduce me. I kept looking back at Tia because Tia is the one who's our liaison with JEA, and I'm thinking, Tia, I know you, so I was a little concerned about what she would share up there, but Darnell ended up introducing me, and it definitely, he's a wonderful person, and I'm very thankful for his support and very humbled by his words. I've been a part of JA, Junior Achievement, since 2000. As a new principal, every school in my former school district had JA. And as a new principal, I didn't know a whole lot about Junior Achievement because I had worked in middle school and I was becoming an elementary principal. And every second grade classroom in that school district was a Junior Achievement classroom. For those of you who've been around Junior Achievement for a long time, you remember about making donuts, the donut company? Well, that's what my second graders were going to learn. And I was a principal of a very small rural school. It had one traffic light, and it was missing the yellow and the green. It just flashed red. So that just meant stop, and when it was your turn, you went. Spar, Florida. The only thing known in Spar, Florida is Spar Building Farm Supply. But it was incredibly difficult to find someone to be a volunteer for Junior Achievement. Although I finally found someone to volunteer, that person would come every Tuesday, and the students would just be elated to see that person coming in the room because they knew they were going to talk about making donuts and how do you run a donut business, and they were so excited about interacting with this person, so much so that about the 5th week into that, the person was late. And the teacher came running down the hallway. That classroom was only 2 doors down from my office. And she's banging on my door. The Junior Achievement person's not here. The Junior Achievement person's not here. So you're probably thinking, why are you going to the principal to ask about the Junior Achievement person? Well, fortunately for her, since the Junior Achievement person is my husband, she thought I might know why he was late. So at the time, I was like, I don't know why he's late. I'm actually doing my job. But he showed up, and I knew at that moment the impact he was making. And every Tuesday, he showed up because of them. He knew he was making an impact with those children, and those children thought he was like phenomenal, especially when he comes home to his own children and they're not like craving to jump in his lap. So Junior Achievement at that moment became something that I made a commitment that no matter what role I was playing, I would ensure that Junior Achievement would stay active and alive. And so from that first-time principal experience with Junior Achievement, I go on in that same district, and we start adding Junior Achievement to the middle school and then to the high school. So much so that we had one specific high school, the Academy of Business, was built around Junior Achievement. So I leave and go to another school district, and in Manatee, Junior Achievement was just kind of sporadically utilized in some of our schools. And so we met with Junior Achievement, and we talked about aligning their plan with our strategic plan. And by the time I left Manatee County, we had Junior Achievement at the elementary. We had Junior Achievement Inspire at the middle school. And we started Junior Achievement Career Ready events at the high school. So Junior Achievement started to become a household name in Manatee County. And so when I arrived here in Duval, I was pleasantly surprised I talked to Ms. Leathers, Ms. Tia Leathers. She is our liaison. She is our executive director for community and family engagement and the liaison with Junior Achievement. And one of our first conversations, she shared that, we pay $50,000 into Junior Achievement. It is our way of showing our commitment. And I was just stunned. That's an amazing commitment to let our community know how important Junior Achievement is to our school district. Junior Achievement has touched thousands of lives in Duval County. And I want to share a brief kind of picture with you to see the impact that Junior Achievement is having in Duval County. 10 years ago, with organizations such as JPATH and other concerned citizens, concerned business owners, they made a decision that the graduation rate is unacceptable. About 10 years ago, our graduation rate was probably less than 60%. And through working with organizations such as JPATH and Junior Achievement and other organizations, today we are proudly standing at a 90.2% graduation rate. I'm here to tell you that leadership is the foundation, but participation is the implementation to greatness. If JA, or Junior Achievement, hadn't decided we're going to be participants in this process, I'm not sure we would be where we are today. If organizations, many of you are representing organizations that collaborate and partner with Duval County Public Schools. It is that partnership that provides our students the opportunity to see beyond their present day situation. For many of our students, they do not see their future. I was a military brat. I knew all the time I was growing up and traveling with my family, I was going to be in the military. I'm going to be just like my dad. I'm going to be in the military. And then we moved to Florida. And he retired. And then my grandmother, who I didn't get a lot opportunity to see her, she was a teacher. She was an elementary teacher, and she was a principal. And then when my dad retired, he became a teacher. And so then it was, I know what I'm going to be. I'm going to be a teacher. I share that with you because, see, I saw my future in my own house. See, I saw my parents. Not all of our children have that opportunity. They don't have that in their present situation. And so when Junior Achievement comes into the classroom, they give them that picture into their future. They allow them to peek into the possibilities that I can be my own business owner, that I can be a lawyer, I can be financially solvent, I can run my own household. And so when we look at a picture of excellence as a school district, it's just not like when you take it with your iPhone or your camera, it just comes out in clear view. For us, it's putting all the puzzle pieces together. And JA is one of our big puzzle pieces. And so when all the puzzle pieces come together, you have a picture of excellence. You have students that you can look beyond what you see and see the future CEO of Baptist Hospital, or see the future mayor of Jacksonville, or see the future whatever their hearts desire. Students who participate in JA, Junior Achievement, I'm going to talk about one group of them, our 5,000 role models. Those students interact with volunteers from the business community, some of them on a monthly basis. The average student that graduates that has been a part of the 5,000 role models is graduating with close to a 3.0 GPA. The students that participate in the 5,000 role models is at a 99% graduation rate. Junior achievement, they get that experience every month. And although my husband was part of my first junior achievement experience, he is now a junior achievement volunteer at First Coast High School. He knows wherever I go, you got to go and you got to do something, and you got to help me. So he gets the same excitement knowing that he's going out there to talk about what he does. He's an independent financial advisor, and he loves to have that conversation. And I'm so glad he can have it with these young men, because when he comes home, I'm not sure he gets that same attention about financial advising. But junior achievement is just amazing. And if you're here today and you want to know how you can continue to support junior achievement, I'm sure there's a little piece of paper on your table. And you know, we don't really write checks anymore, but find your app, whatever way you can contribute. That's one great way to contribute, but also consider being a JA volunteer. Thank you, Shannon. I'm so appreciative and so humbled. And I'm so appreciative and humbled of Team Duval, who's here supporting me. I just want to say thank you, because without you, the relationships we have with many organizations would not be possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Green, for the positive impact that you have made in our community. We are grateful for your leadership and commitment to ensuring that every student is inspired and prepared for success in college or a career and in life. Now, if you please turn your attention towards the screen, we've got one last video.
Please welcome tonight's presentation of What I Want to Do
When I Grow Up.
When I grow up.
I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck.
I don't want to cry when paying the bills.
When I grow up.
I don't want to be turned down for a business loan.
I don't want to borrow a lot for an education.
And then not know what to do with it.
When I grow up, I don't want to be paid less. Told I'm underqualified or overqualified.
When I grow up.
When I grow up.
I want to know how to save for my future. Find a job I like and start my own business. When I grow up. I want to know how to provide for my family.
And invest in my community and make a difference.
When I grow up, when I grow up,
when I grow up,
when I grow up, I just want things to be different.
At Junior Achievement, we promote economic empowerment through education, but we can't do it alone.
Hi, everyone. At Junior Achievement, we can't do it alone. We need you on this pathway with us to encourage our students, encourage this generation, and introduce these young folks to the real world. Help them decide what they can be and what they want to be. At your table, you'll see those lovely centerpieces. Thank you to J. Allen Axon students for putting together our artwork. The 4th and 5th graders came together and created this great project. The question was, what do I want to be when I grow up? And you'll see they had some really fascinating ideas, but it's a great start. So we want to thank the teacher, Sarah Strauss, and the students for creating that artwork for us today. I hope that you all are inspired today. I know I am. I am honored to be part of an organization where I can be a vehicle of change for today's youth. I am passionate about providing relevant skills to students that most adults at some point say, why didn't I learn that in school? I do that daily. Every time I open up in a junior achievement program and something new comes out, I'm like, where was that when I was growing up? As stewards of our communities, we are called to give back. It is a personal investment we give to the place we call home. When you choose to invest, invite, or volunteer, the personal benefit is the relationship you build and the opportunities you have to help others. So please connect with us on the table. I know it's been noted a couple times, but we do want to connect with you. We do want to leave your information, and we'd love to chat with you. I hope you were inspired. I am. Love what we do. Thank you to To JA and for all of our supporters, congratulations to our award winners. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you all for watching online and for being here today. See you in the classroom.